Oscar, welcome back. How was your off season, and how excited are you to get back to work?
Okay, welcome back to you all also. And thanks for the connections that you make us with the fans and with our people for the expansion of as well of our image. And that's very valuable. And we appreciate your job here. Uh, we're good. We're ready. First day in preseason. All of the players came in a good state and we're ready to push. Uh, we have a lot of expectations and trying to accomplish our objectives that we didn't accomplish last year. So we're ready to do it.
See, preseason still looking a little different than years past. First year in your tenure without Pedro, without Rodri, without Kyle, having those long term guys move on. Just kind of how different does it feel, but also just how excited are you to bring in a new crop of talent to this team?
Right, yes. No, first, just give me the opportunity to express our gratitude for every single person, player, staff, has been part of this program, has been part of this process. We value a lot every step that we have walked together with them, pushing this team towards this state right now. It's just because them, and we really, again, we're very grateful with them. And the ones that we continue, we're ready to keep pushing with this journey. And it looks different for sure because we have had little goal players who have been here for many years and has wrote a big history here. So again, our respect to them, and we promise that we will keep pushing together because the most important is the team, not any other person or coach, but the team. But we'll keep rooting for them.
Oscar, you mentioned high expectations this year. Obviously, last year, not the way you guys wanted things to end. You can elaborate a little bit more. What are those expectations this year? What does the club hope to accomplish? When you have three tournaments, MLS, League Cup, Open Cup, three tournaments that are there for you guys to compete in.
Right. Well, since the time that we came, 6 years before, the expectations were very clear. We needed to qualify the team to the playoffs, to develop the program, to develop the academy, and just trying to put Orlando City in the view of everyone in Major League Soccer. I think that has been accomplished to the point that that's not enough yet. That we want to win titles as the way we did it in the past when we won the cup. Now we want to win the MLS Cup and every single tournament that we participate. Last year we played semifinals in the Champions in the Leagues Cup, and we get in a pretty good pace during the season. But we didn't do good in the playoffs. It was not good enough, and I think that's our thing that we have at the moment is that we aim into the bigger prize, is nothing else.
Oscar, what's your plan for camp? Just drills today? Are you easing into it, or is it as you push the button and it's go?
No, well, it's our first day, and the program of the preseason, the evaluation for the players is crucial today to see what is their state, how they are, and all those things. After the first days, it's normal that we start increasing the volumes and the loadings and all those things. But today is much more just to rejoin them again, just bring it back together, and still they did a good training. But the microcycle is going to be dictated, but the plan that we have is just going this direction, and the precision like always.
Profe, los equipos el año pasado, como Vancouver tuvo a Thomas Müller, a Son en el AFC, of course en Inter Miami están Messi, De Paul, estuvo Alba, Busquets. Se está buscando algún jugador estrella para Orlando City, si es que se puede poner un espacio de TAM o quizás DP en el futuro con el caso de que salga de Muriel, pero se está buscando un jugador que también sea un clutch cuando haya momentos para Orlando aquí en la temporada.
Sí, siempre está el club en la búsqueda de mejorar la nómina, de tener unas buenas combinaciones también, porque uno de los objetivos es de que se pueda desarrollar los jugadores como ha sido una filosofía acá en Orlando. Pero esa figura que nos haga la diferencia, esa figura que traiga a la gente mucho más al estadio, Orlando siempre está en esa búsqueda. Esperemos de que seamos muy asertivos en eso, de que no traigamos a alguien solo por traerlo, de que realmente sea una persona que traiga las cosas que se necesitan, que nos haga grupo, que podamos mirarlo a él como una persona de ejemplo para los demás. Y en esa búsqueda a veces se extiende porque no es fácil, pero claro que el Orlando la busca, por supuesto.
Profe, he cubierto a Max en el AFC, estuve en la final del 2022 cuando ganó el campeonato, pero no quedó claro porque supuestamente dicen que iban a renovar a Pedro, después no ocurrió, y iba a venir Coronel, se formó todo esto, que terminó a Brasil. ¿Cómo estuvo en el ojo Máxica para que sea parte de Orlando City y qué atributos le ve también usted a este arquero?
Bueno, en esa industria llegar uno a esas explicaciones tan pequeñas es muy difícil porque a veces los planes que uno tiene se bifurcan dependiendo de lo que implica el resultado en un club. Yo creo que todos estamos presos a los resultados, los jugadores, los técnicos, es así el juego. Pero en la posición del arquero, primero tuvimos un arquero que estuvo acá 6 años, siendo de lo mejor. Lo de las renovaciones, yo soy muy transparente, lo de las renovaciones no se hicieron, se trató de cambiar al arquero, tuvimos diálogos y tuvimos muy cerca de tener a Coronel. Él se fue a Sao Paulo y nosotros después buscamos un arquero y trajimos a Max. Es una historia muy corta.
I wanted to ask you in English, obviously a lot of new faces, obviously Maxime Crepeau, one of the new goalkeepers that's kind of replacing Pedro, and then you have some of the new Brazilian players you guys signed. Obviously Thiago Souza's here today, Luis Otavio, but the expectations with these players coming in, what expectations are there?
Well, the expectations are general for the club. And if we're going to have the expectations for every individual, well, we can do it also. So, but all of them are high expectations, but they are in a different states. One of them are younger. There is one of them that is 18 years old, but the other one has won the league. So the expectation for this one is asking, can you come and contribute or help us just to win the league? The other one that is 18, can we expect from you to develop and be the one who can help us to keep growing the program and the project? So the expectations globally for the team, I spoke about it already. But the expectations individually is different. Everyone has a different expectations. A general one, but each of them has a different process. Just because, as you mentioned, Max, for example, has won the league already. Our expectation is that he can guide us and take us to that stage. The ones that came that are young, they have a process to accomplish. They have a process to be with a group and contribute and develop. But I like the collective one better. What is the expectation? We need to win.
One of the issues last year, consistency. Can that start in training camp to build to be more consistent?
But, say again?
Consistency was an issue last year. You know, you play great. You want to build that. Can that start in training camp?
Agreed. Yeah. And you mean consistency with the players, with the regular lineups and playing and things. It's true. We have very challenging moments at the end of the season with people that should be in the pitch, and we're not able. But I'm not going to go deep into it. But surely, consistency is what we aim to. We always aim to have players available all the time in the pitch that we can express with the group what we want. But this industry is hard. They're human beings. They get hurt. They have challenges here and there, and then normal. Not every other team has it, not just us. We all. But consistency is a good goal, just.
roster the way you see it? Is it complete? Do you want more players at some point before the season starts? I know you were mentioning in Spanish that this could be something. I don't know. Is it, how are you? Is this a Ricardo question? Like how do you kind of make sure you have the right squad at the end of February ready to go? How do you work around that?
Every time you ask me about that, I want to ask this. I want to answer the same. I always want more players and better ones, and probably they want a better coach too. So we always want better and better. The owners and directors are different, probably answer. But every time you ask me for players, what do you want? We want more. But the group is here. We're going to prepare. We are optimistic, and we will make sure that we work hard enough just to accomplish the things.
Profe, dos preguntas. ¿Cómo vio a Wilder? Porque se le vio que estaba 100% corriendo, metiéndole. Y la otra, un poquito para sacar de toda esa atención. ¿Es algún requisito que sus trabajadores tengan que correr en la cancha? Porque hemos visto que han estado corriendo todos los asistentes.
Ah, sí. No, bueno, Wilder está bien. Vino mucho mejor que el año pasado. Él lo sabe y me alegra un montón. Él es un profesional, ha estado en la liga ya por mucho tiempo. Él conoce las demandas y yo estoy muy contento porque lo veo muy bien. Y lo de la corrida, no. Necesitamos que corran los jugadores. Los staff pueden estar como quieran.
Considering how the season ended last year, and obviously the expectations you mentioned are going to be there high, do you feel that there's some type of pressure on you to make sure you deliver a winning team, or you deliver those expectations that are expected?
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. I have been competing since I was 17. I don't remember a year where I don't feel the same sensation. That if I don't perform, I should be out or I will lose my job. It's normal. But I have a job. I'm here, the players, and we're going to work. But that pressure is normal. There is some other times where we achieve more objectives, and people, owners, everybody, players, coaches, we all happier. But this time is we're tense. Why we don't change this, that. But we are compromised with this group. We are compromised with the club, with the players, and we have energy to push. But the day that we don't have that energy, nobody doesn't need to push me out. I will get out myself.
Thanks, Oscar.
All right, guys. Thank you.